Hi, it's Liz from Crafting with Nani. Just jumping on to see if we can finish this feed bag journal that we started. I'm going to take 1 minute to bring me up on the computer over here and see if I can find myself in case I lose comments like I did yesterday. We'll see if I find me. Sometimes it's easy to find me, and then sometimes it's not easy to find me. So I'm not sure if it's gonna let me. Oh, there I am. So today it let me get rid of my volume. So how's everybody's Saturday going? Is it going good? So if you see that red live button, that means we're live. And if you don't see it, it'll be that you're watching a replay, which is completely fine. I don't mind that at all. If you could put in hashtag, like whatever the hashtag replay, then I can know that you watched and I can say something to you, because I do like to go back and chat with every person that puts a comment in. God, I can't chat to you if you're not put a comment in. Well, I'm chatting with you now. So anyways, I'm going to get started. We'll see if anybody jumps on. If you do, say hi. I know I don't normally come on a Saturday, but I thought, I just got to get this journal all the way sewed in. So yesterday when we were on, I sewed in the first signature, and that's about as far as we got. Michelle, thank you for jumping on. I'm hoping I can see comments today on my phone. Yesterday I couldn't see them on my phone. I could only see them on my laptop. So thank you for jumping on and watching. So we're going to get ready to sew in the second signature. We ran out of time yesterday because Jimmy Lou from the Messy Craft Corner has her sale, and I knew everybody wanted to go watch that, so I thought I'll just jump off, and then today I'll come on and finish sewing it in. Hi, Carol, and thank you again, Michelle, for coming on and watching. So, and Cheryl, thank you for watching. So I'm just gonna I'll turn the camera down just so it's easier for you guys to see. I wish I had the overhead camera, but I don't have one of those yet. And I'm not sure I have enough hand movements to make it to where, I don't know. I have to think about that. So anyways, let's do a recap. So I have feed bags that I sell. They're $5 if anybody wants a feed bag. And we took it and we cut it up. I took it to the sewing machine and I sewed all the way around the bag. And I did that yesterday on the live. So if you didn't watch it yesterday, you can go back and watch the replay of it. And I made a couple of tuck spots. Hi, Petro. Thank you for coming in. Everybody kick out my cow patties. We got so many cow patties on the ranch. So if anybody's new to me, my name is Liz. I live on a ranch we have 4 generations here. It's a working cattle ranch, and my son-in-law and my daughter bought it, and we all moved here at the same time, and we all just run the ranch and do all the good stuff. So today has been one of those days. So anyways, I take 3 lengths of the wax thread, and we measure that out, and then you give yourself just a little bit extra. And I don't know, well, here's my plastic bag. I like to keep my wax thread covered because in West Texas, it's either very humid or it's very dry. So I just don't want my wax threads to gum up or anything. So I keep that little plastic cover over them. So we're gonna need our awls. You can do it with 1 awl. I like to do it with 3. Because then it's like having a set of hands. So I have those, and then I have my needles. So I'm gonna get a needle out just so we have everything ready. And I chose the blue because that's what we chose yesterday to go with it. So why not match it up, right? So is everybody having a good Saturday? I've had a doozy of a Saturday. I opened my door, take the trash out, and my little munchkin, my little puppy dog, decided she wanted to take off and run. Well, we have, 400 acres here, and it's not fenced in. Well, my yard's not fenced in, so she took off, and then my standard poodle decided he wasn't going to let his little sister run by herself. So then he took off, and I'm like, hi, Barbara. Thank you for watching, and Carol. So anyways, needless to say, I got the one that minds back in the house, which is the standard poodle. And I got him back in. And then I had to, once I got him under control and got him in, then it was easy to get her to slow down and pick her up. So, but it's like, oh my goodness. And the ranch hands are out working on fences, and they saw it, and they're like, okay. So they were calling the dog just to make sure it wasn't good, because it was taken off, you know, like straight out. So I'm just going in the center of my signature, and I'm going to poke through. And I did mark on my page here just a little pencil mark to tell me where the other holes is from the other, because I didn't make a template. If you make a template, you don't need to do this part. So now I have my hole that I'm plugging in, and I'm just making sure that that's pretty lined up. It is a little bit off, but I'm gonna live with it because it's paper, and paper doesn't normally seal itself. If it was material, you could pull it out. It's been raining hard at your house, Carol. Oh my goodness. We have a gorgeous sunny day today, and I'm hoping it dries up everything because we have a lot of the mud still. So I'm gonna go in on just about an inch down, where I had that other hole, and I'm gonna push that through. And we'll push that one in, and we got this one in. So now we're going to take the bottom one. Carol, where do you live? Like I said, we're in West Texas, and we've had a good amount of rain, which we need. We really did need the rain pretty bad. I'm going to move this over just a little bit. But today is gorgeous, and the stalls for the animals need to dry up. So I'm happy that it's warm, and hopefully the stalls will get all warm. So yeah, tell me popping out. So hallelujah. Oh, the sun is, yeah. I like it when it's sunny. I think you wake up better to a sunny morning and all that fun stuff. My son lived in Oregon for a while, and my granddaughter lived there, and my great-grandkids lived there. But it can be very depressing, you know, for people that live in the rainy areas like Portland area or Seattle and stuff like that. It's actually a real thing. Most people paint their houses very sunny just because it gets depressing to always live in that dreary kind of town. So I like it when it's sunny. So, all right, so we're going out the center, and now I'm going to take out the bottom, and I'm just going to hold it tight. Oh, so you're in Georgia, close to the Florida line. And you guys are getting a lot of rain, huh? Well, I guess all them oranges need it, huh? Do they still have a lot of orange trees in Florida? Or have all the housings taken it? Well, I lost my needle in there, so I'm just going to pull it back out and get it to go. There we go. When I first grew up, I grew up in California. And when I first grew up there, when I was a little kid, it was full of oranges. It was like orange groves everywhere. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for watching this morning. So now I'm going to take it and go straight out the top. And like I said, it is absolutely okay to peek. So now we're going to go through this center hole and right back up to this other hole right here. Come on, be good. Be good to me today. We've already had all of our fun that we needed today. All right, for some reason it does not, there we go. Now we found it. So what is the only rule to junk journaling? Is to make sure you have this tail on one side and this tail on the other. And then we're gonna just pull it, and we're just gonna make sure that we're tight, and it's kind of a little bit loose, so I'm gonna pull it a little harder. You don't want to pull it to where it's, you know, buckling the paper, but you want to be able to make it, you want to be able to guitar it. Sarah plays the guitar, that's why I said that. Hi Terry Joe, thank you for coming on. How's your Saturday going? I'm not usually on a Saturday, but I thought, well, let's come on because Monday we got to do the Princess Journal. And I really wanted to get this journal kind of, I'm not saying we're going to finish it, but we're going to get it close. So we got our second one in. So now we can take our clips out. Like I said, I keep everything in this container that's to deal with sewing in a signature. Roberta, how are you? You're getting, oh, you just got home from a haircut. Isn't a haircut a nice, don't you feel like you've lost like 10 pounds when you go get a haircut? I do for some reason. So now I have everything in my little kit here, and I can put this away. You overslept? Well, that's okay. Sometimes your body just needs to oversleep. Sometimes your body just needs to stay in bed all day. So now we have both signatures in, and this is just a used feed bag that we had from feeding the cows. And we got both of them sewn in. We have a little pocket in the front on this one. You know what I didn't do is to make sure we're in the right direction. Yep, we are. Okay. It's like, I always tell people, make sure it's in the right direction, and then so now we have both of them sewn in, and now we can do the fun part, which is decorating them. Now, I could have made my cover thicker by putting something inside of it, but I think it's okay because it's actually just a feed bag. But like I said, you could put cardstock inside of it, you could put chipboard in it, you could put felt inside if you wanted it thicker. But to me, this is, oh, hi Cheryl, thank you for jumping on Saturday. I wish I could have gotten all of the words, you know, like, you know, if we were in Japan, it would be perfect because the book opens this way. But we're not. But anyways, that's what we got. So I did put this guy on the front, and I think he's really cute there. And what I gathered, a bunch of little stuff that I have hanging around, and was trying to find ephemera. That's the only part about, you know, not having a printable that you could get like ephemera with it, you know, that matches it. But I have a couple of cute stuff that I haven't done before that I wanted to try. I got these really cute stamps that have horses on it, and it's got, you know, cute stuff that makes your heart smile. And then I got this one that has all the farm animals, so I thought I would try out these in there. And I haven't got stamping down all the way, but we're gonna try. And I got this one, it has like a tractor, and it has the boots, and it says boots, hats, and cowboy chaps, and all the cute kind of stuff. So we're gonna play with those. And then I do have some of these stencils. One says Home Sweet Home, and then this is Our Home, which is really cute. So I haven't decided which one of those I want. And then I have the Piggy Piggy, and this one says, what does it say? Oh, Farmhouse. So we're gonna try and put that on there. And then we have the cow, and we have a goat. So I thought those would be cute to stencil on. And hi Cheryl, thank you for coming on today and watching us. We're just trying to work on this journal. So we have those. And then this is from the Crafty Brothers, one of his pages. I absolutely love it because it reminds me, she doesn't look like my great-granddaughter at all, but she goes and collects the eggs from the chickens. So I thought we'd put that in. And I got an envelope, and I thought that would be cute. We'll cover it up and make a tuck spot. And then I've just been cutting out papers and getting stuff. So let's get to stamping and having some fun. Get this journal done. So I had this paper. I think this one came from Lisa from excuse me, the Vintage Roots Printable Designs. And it kind of looks really pretty on the opening of the second. Now, I'm not positive if I really want it there or if I want it on the inside. I think I will put it on the inside because I think I'm going to stamp something on this side. So let me, and this paper that I went ahead and used because I kind of like how the feed and the bags, you know, makes up its own print. So I thought that's cute, and I think we'll just put this on here. And we have all of this paper that came from the feed bag. It comes with, you know, liners, and we got 6 just out of the one portion that we cut for this feed bag. So there's still a whole bunch of this feed bag left to make other pages with and other stuff. So for $5, you get a lot of paper. And it's almost, the inside of the bag almost is like the paper that you would get from a paper bag from the grocery store or something. So I'm just putting this in. And it's just an old barn, not anything, it doesn't, you know, it's not my barn, it's not ours, but it's cute. So what's everybody else going to be doing on this Saturday? But I'm jumping all the way around. Let's start with this guy. I do need to distress some of this white. I was kind of thinking of making it a little bit of a tuck spot by just gluing it down onto this page. But let's decorate this first and see if we can get something cute on there. At least distress it a little bit, and we'll see what we can put on the front of it. I did have this one, boy, I got a tickle. I have part of this sunflower that we could put on there, and then this would come over and be on that. And I do have this farmhouse, but I think that covers it up. So I think we'll do this little sunflower right here. And I'm just gonna get my little stampers out. Sunflowers are kind of an orangish color sometimes, or a yellow. So let's see what kind of distress we have that we can use. I have a light green. I do have this other ink that's an orange. We can try that and see if we can do it with that. Hi, Laurel. Thank you for coming in. Cheryl, you told your husband he has to bring me home feed bags. Yes. He has. What's he been doing with them? If he hasn't been bringing them home to you. My goodness. What do they do with them? See, I don't even know if this is going to stamp because it's not really a distressed. It's oh, it does work. It's an ink. So I don't know what it's going to look like on. Looks good on the stencil, but I don't even. Oh, it does kind of show up. So I was kind of thinking it wasn't going to show up. But it looks more yellow than it does orange, huh? These little ones don't actually have a name, so I can't tell you the color of it. It doesn't have the name of it. I got it from a kit from Temu, so we do have a little bit darker orange, so I might go ahead and grab a little bit of that too and see if we can just kind of make it look a little cute. And you could watercolor on this too if you wanted to. You could stencil it and then just watercolor them. That would be fun to do. So and these wash really easy. I just take them to the sink and they just wash really easily. So now we have that behind it, and it just gives it a little something. And I think I will go ahead and distress that yellow or the white on here, just so it knocks that white down a little bit. And, oopsie, oopsie. I just noticed they have a 7. These have numbers on them too. That's kind of cool. It has like a number. So I'm going to glue this down. Hi Sheila, thank you for coming on and watching me on a Saturday. Like I said, I normally don't go on Saturdays, but they have a play date at the church, but I hear it was canceled, so I thought, well, I don't really have any plans, so let's go on and do this. Because on Monday, my aunt is looking forward to us working on her princess journal for her granddaughter, so it's hard when you have like 2 or 3 journals going at the same time. Do you guys do that? Do you have like extra journals happening, or do you work on one until it's complete? Hi Carol King Hall, thank you. You should have been coming on your crafty page so people can follow you. Of course, most of these people are probably following you. Carol's got a new page that she's going to, I think it's, gosh, see? I know it's hanging with I don't know. See, that's why you got to come on your page name. I know it's hanging with something Hall. I don't know the words in between. So, Roberta, you do several at a time. Me too. I have this one I'm still trying to sell. So we did this one. This was for the Journal Pals. So we did this one, and I'm still trying. It's up for sale. So I have that one completed. And then I've got this one going, and now I've got, for the Fun in the Sun one, I've got that one going. Oh, yes, Hanging with Mama Hall. There we go. Anyways, you guys need to go follow Carol, or Carrie. Why do I call you Carol, too? That's just bad on me. Bad. Carrie. Anyways, but I have the Fun in the Sun book going. I have this one now going, and I've got the Princess book going. So that's 3 books I've got going all at one time. That's just too much for my brain to handle. So we have this guy now, and he's like a little tuck spot or a pocket. And then we have this page. So we're going to have a lot of these just brown kind of pages to do whatever we want to. We can put a whole, see, she came back under her page name. So everybody go follow Hanging with Mama Hall. She's got a new page coming out, and she's going to go live on it, I think, in this next event that's happening. So we all have to take care of each other. So I like her running on there. I don't mind that the bucket is kind of coming off. Like I said, this came from the Crafty Brother. I think his downloads are $1 a piece. I belong in his group, so I don't have to pay for individual prints, but he only charges like $1 a print, so you can't beat that. So I like the fact that she's chasing, and the only thing I have to decide is whether or not I want anything in the background on top of it. And I don't really think it's necessary to have anything on the back of that one. So I'm just going to glue it in. Ah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Miss Carrie. I don't know why I want to call you Carol. I only know one Carol. That's so funny. I am horrible with names. I am horrible with my own grandkids' names, so sometimes my daughter's kids all start with a K. So I used to joke around, and then my son's kids have a couple of Ks. But my I used to say, if your name starts with a K, get in this line. So, just like I said, I don't care that the bucket is sticking out over the other side. I'm just making sure there's any glue that's going to glue it to something else. And even her little toes are coming off the page, and that's fine with me too. I don't care. It's a junk journal. You can have anything you want in it. Get the little chicken feet here. But how many people have been chased by a rooster? Our roosters never chased us. It's funny. I don't know why some people's roosters do it or not. Ours never did, but we don't have any roosters anymore. All we got are hens. So did Cruz come on and I missed her? Let's see. Oh, hi Cruz. Let's see if I missed anybody else. How you doing today on this Saturday? So now we have the little girl that's running to get her eggs, and this has a little hen over here. And this is a double-sided paper, so all I'm going to do is distress that white. And I'm going to try and find something I can put down. This little plastic, just so I'm not distressing it onto the next page. I have a tendency to do that. Who else has a tendency to distress, and then the next thing you know, you got it marked onto the next page? So I'm going to take this tea dye. It's by Ranger. So now this is a distress oxide. The others were ink. So I'm just loading up this brush, and I'm just going to kind of just tone down that white. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So we got that page, and then we'll go ahead and we'll distress this side too. And I can use the same page, the same one, same color. Someday I'm going to try and do this without feeling like I'm rushing. I know I watch some people, and sometimes I just do one page, and I'm like, okay, well, I just spent an hour watching somebody do one page, but I'm okay with it because I enjoyed watching it. But I guess I craft fast. So this is some of my own dyed papers that I make from the red dirt, and let's see what we can put on it to make it look cute. That's too big. I did, like I said, I cut out a bunch of stuff, and then I have a bunch of papers that I just have been collecting that kind of have all of the barn stuff and chickens and all kinds of little ephemera stuff. So let's just find something that, since we got chickens going on right here, so let's see if we can find something to put on this page. And we can also do a stamp. We could try the stamp. So let's see, what do we want to try first? I haven't even opened this up. I think I got it from Temu. No, I think I actually got it from, because Temu usually doesn't, it says Global Land on it. Probably did get it from Temu. They were clearing out a bunch of stuff recently, and since I stopped buying, they sent me like some coupon things like, come on back. So I did order this. So like I said, I hadn't even opened it yet. Let's see, we can do this cow. If I can get it off of here. And I did pick out, I don't have a lot of the big stamps, like the blocks, so I just have like a small one. And I'm just trying to get most of it on there. And then I think I will use this black. I think it's a black. And let's just see. Let's see if I make it a fail or if it's a good. You guys are probably all pros at this. I'm not a pro at it. I'm just learning to do these stamps. I'm not sure if I like them yet or not. I did stamp my fingers though. All right, so let's see. Let's stamp it right on there. And hopefully it'll work. Oh, that's pretty good. That worked all right. I'm kind of happy with that. So that's on the red dirt paper that I make. And that came out cute. Hi, Jamie. Thank you for coming on. And Terry Joe, thank you for coming on Saturday. So that was pretty cool. I like that. So I do have a baby wipe. I think I'll just wipe it right now so I don't forget to do it. I don't want to put it back dirty. I'm going to take out 2, I think. I'm going to have to get some more baby wipes. And we'll just wipe that off, I think. Is that what you guys do? Just wipe them off, or do you take them to the sink? Clean them good. Like I said, I've been collecting them, but I haven't really used them very much. I think that's good for right now. So I'll just set him back on there. And let's do this horse on the other side. Now my horse is brown, so I don't know if I want to do him black. But let's see. I think he'll go good there. And I'm wondering, I have a tall one. I'm just wondering if it would be better if I stamped it, you know, with the taller one. You don't use distress on them? Well, this one is an ink that I used. It's not a distress. This one is a permanent ink stamp. But but it's good to know that you don't use the distress oxide on them. So I'm just going to take this ink pad and pound this on here. See if I can get this on this horsey. I guess that's why you need the block though, so you can get the ink on it, huh? Without getting it on the edges. But that's a good tip. Thank you for the tip. I'll try to remember not to use the distress oxide on it and just use the inks. All right, let's see if we can get this guy lined up again. And I'm going to, well, I guess he's going to go right there. And you guys are all going, no, not like that. Not if the stamp doesn't all fit. Oh, okay. So don't use this if it doesn't fit, like I'm doing, because I'm probably picking it up and moving it. Yeah, I can see what you guys are saying. Yeah, I'm going to have to get a bigger block for these big ones. Oh, well, it has like an image of it. It's not the best thing. That's for sure. All right, so that was a fail on that one. But you can still see him. And you know what I might do is since my horse is brown or something, now that I have the shape of him though, I can come back with some watercolor and watercolor on it. Hi, Jimmy Lou. Thanks for coming on and watching me make a mess. Now, so, let's see what we can put over on this side. So I have this cute piggy that I cut out, and I think he'll make a really cute tuck spot. So I'm going to just distress the edge a little bit, and we'll glue that on. And I'm just going to put the glue on the edge and on the bottom so it'll make like a cute little tuck spot. So Jimmy, I watched your video that you put out. That was nice. I enjoyed watching that. Jimmy Lou put out on the Messy Craft Corner today. She put a pre-done video taking a toilet paper roll and making it into cute stuff. So everybody has to go watch that. And that looks cute, and that'll be a cute little tuck spot, you know, if we find something we want to put in there. I'm just gonna wipe that. Boy, I'm telling you, those inks really get your hands dirty. Not sure I like the ink stamping part. I'm gonna have to get better at that. Hi Debbie, thanks for coming on. To Oinky Oink, yeah, Oinky Oink, that's right. We have like, our little oinkers, we thought they were gonna have their babies by now, but they haven't had them yet. So we got that, and I like that. We might be able to, if I come back and find something cute to stamp up here, or to, I have some flowers that I can put up here maybe. We'll work on that later. I got all this stuff on my desk, and we all know Liz doesn't do good with a whole bunch of stuff on her desk. So, and this ink really made a mess, so I'm not sure if this is a good quality ink for stamping, so. Hi Cheryl. So, but anyways, let's keep going, because we do have a lot. You gotta be careful. And this is our bull, but you can't see his head because his head's on another page somewhere. So I did make a little pocket out of that, and I'm gonna find my little plastic paper here, and I'm just gonna distress that white a little bit too. And right now I am using the tea dye just because it goes so well with the brown papers that I have around it. And I already have the brush loaded up, so why not use it, right? These guys are in my way. Move. So then we have that. We have that pocket, and this came from Lisa. And so now we have this page to deal with. What we gonna put on it? I need my little hand clamp. Get my little hand clamp here. And this is one of my papers that I made myself that I got a little heavy-handed on the dirt. So, got a little heavy-handed, playing in the mud. So that might look cute there on this one. Oh, this is like a double fold. That would be cute. I have that. Like I said, I just been cutting out a bunch of stuff. We can do, these two are like a little flip, so we can do a couple of flips. Let's see if I have another one of those. I do, I have 3. So let's do the 3 flips on the brown. So I'm just gonna take my scorer here, and I am going to find my tool on the back side, and I'm just gonna go ahead and score just where I know where to fold this. Just so I can fold over this edge. And we have one, and then I have another one here. And then we have one more. I could do that toilet paper one too in here, make a pocket that Jimmy Lou showed everybody how to make today. So let's do, I know I want to start from the bottom and work my way up, so that way I have my spacing. So let's glue I'm just going to glue down the flap. Let's see, what's everybody saying? Somebody said something about not rubbing it in. So maybe not to rub the stamp, is that what we're talking about? I have to go back, I'll go back and read what I missed. Because I do want to learn how to do those stamps better. I have never had stamps before. So that's all new to me, that learning how to do, you know, stamps. I never belonged to like stamp it up. That's too low. Let's take that off. And put that there. So the glue I'm using today is Art Glitter Glue. It doesn't have any glitter in it at all. But I do like it because you can lift it right up if you need to, like what I did there. I got it down too low. I was able to lift it up. And most of the time, if you lift it up like that, you'll have to reapply glue. But I had enough on there that I didn't have to reapply. So I'm just lining this one up with the one below it. And then, so we have 2 flaps now. And I'm going to have to move my little hand over. And then I'm just going to put our 3rd one on. And we'll just kind of see where it looks good. And we'll just apply that one. And now we have a little kind of flip up waterfall. It's not like a moving one or any good thing like that, but it is cute. And we could add a couple other things to it. Oh my goodness, got a frog. I am gonna have to take a sip, but let me scoot off camera. I was out yesterday digging weeds up, and I'm allergic to some of the weeds. And I got bit by something on my lip, or something from the the weeds got me. But my mouth is all broken out now. It's like, I don't know why it does that to me. One time I was weeding and I ended up in the ER because my eyes swelled up shut. So there's one weed that I don't know which one it is that I just can't touch. And well, I still have to weed, but now I try to wear gloves. So I do like this chicken on the other side, but I want to do something behind it. So let's put something on it. Oops, I just knocked off my saddle part. Stay, don't fall. Don't fall, saddle. Don't fall. Okay, so this looks like eggs in a way. So let's put that on here. And we have brown eggs, so I can still use this because our eggs actually from our chickens are almost this color. They're a beautiful brownish color. So I'm just loading up my brush. And we'll just make eggs on it. And it'll look like she's got loads and loads of eggs. How many other people that are watching have their own eggs? I know Debbie has them from, what is it, Treasures, what is the name of her page? See, my brain goes crazy. Oh, I do have her name somewhere. I have her name somewhere. Anyways, she has eggs. I know that. So this looks like eggs, kind of. It's just, you know, polka dotted, but it'll go cute with this. So I'm just gonna distress a little bit of this just so you can't see the white from where it was cut. And you know what I got the other day? I wonder where I put it. I got these cute little boogers. They're like, they're so cute. They're like corner, like if it was a picture, the corner framer. I was just thinking that might be too much for this one little piece of paper, but I will want to use these. This is really kind of thick for this. It needs to be more of a cardstock, but wouldn't that be so cute on the corners? They're just a little bit too thick. They're a good size, so it would be great for like a cardstock, but I could probably smash them, but I was probably too much anyways for this one little picture. What? It's cute. So we'll put this little egg lady here. Egg lady. We're gonna name all of our chickens, but they never stay still long enough. I tried to count them again yesterday, or day before yesterday. No, yeah, yesterday. And they just don't stand still long enough to get counted. Hi, Sue. Secondhand Treasures. Thank you so much. Yeah, she has a little farm that they live on. She has eggs. So I like seeing her stories, and her grandkids are in 4-H and all that good stuff. So I love that. My grandson was in the 4-H. My daughter actually showed pigs when she was in school. She had a piggy wiggy. So we have that page, and we got this page done. So now we can work on the back side of this one. And I don't really do anything with the onion paper. It's just kind of there. I don't know. I've never tried stamping on it. Could try and stamp on it, but I don't know if it'll come out. So what are we gonna put here? What? Shall we try this horse one more time? See if I can get... I did better with the cow than I did with the horse, that's for sure. Let's see, I have a smaller horse. Oh, we have this guy who's riding a horse. I have a cowboy that's riding a horse. Let's try it one more time, and it's smaller. And I have a tractor. We'll try it. I'm going to keep trying it until I get it right. I'm going to just stamp for a day. You love how I think? Oh my goodness. My mind doesn't even know how I think. I try very hard. I try. Okay, so I have like, are these both the same color? This is more of a brown. Ooh, I have archival ink and coffee. Let's try it. We'll try a different ink. We'll get this going. Hi, it's Pete Paulo. How are you? And Terry Joe. So I don't even know if I'm applying the ink right. I'm going to have to really go watch some videos of inking, because I don't even see that it's really getting on there very good. There's got to be a way to load the ink onto it. And that really is not going to show up on this brown. I'm just looking at the brown versus what I have. And like I said, this is archival ink, but I think we're gonna have to double load this. You guys are going, no, Liz, no. No. Do you guys like how I laugh at myself? This is a Tim Holtz. This is made by Ranger, the archival ink. It's acid-free, permanent waterproof ink. But it's the same color pretty much as my red dirt. So I doubt if we're gonna get a good, well, we're gonna put it on there, but I doubt if we're gonna get a very good image because it's almost the same color as the red dirt. So I'm just gonna press down. And, well, you can see it, and it's very pretty. I really like it, but it's very faint, so it's kind of hard. I'll put it up here. So you can see it on there, and I love it. But it would, you know, it would definitely be something that would be better. Now that one I liked a whole lot better. Not even sure why. What did I do different on this one that I didn't do on the other one? Was it the ink? Let's try it on. Look at me go. Look at me go. The horse is super cute. I'm going to do it on this white page, but I want to distress the page first. And I do have this one stencil that has like writing, like kind of like, so you could write like journal on it. So let's stencil that first, so in case somebody wants to use it as a journal page, they can. So I'm just going to hold this down, and I'm just going to pat this in there just to make the lines. Now, if the lines don't come out straight, I'm okay with that because it's, you know, it's an old journal, you know, made from a feed sack. And, you know, back in the 1800s, I really think I was born in the wrong era. I should have been born in the 1800s. I should have been born on a ranch, like, you know. I should have been making this stuff from, you know, tree barks and all that good stuff. But that's kind of what I'm just trying to put, like, lines. So if somebody wants to journal on it, they can. And then we're going to put that horse back on this one, because I think that horse is great. I'm all loaded up again. I'm going to do this Rangers Archival ink. I have a feeling that's a good ink, because everybody says Tim Holtz. So I'm going to load this bad boy up again. And I'm going to learn, I promise, I'm going to learn how to be a good inker, or whatever you want to call this. Stamper. Am I putting too much on? You guys say stop. I don't know when to stop things sometimes. I have a hard time stopping. Down to a fault. Okay, so I do like the block because it keeps me from, I guess the block keeps you from pressing into one spot onto it. I'm guessing. I gotta get me a bigger block. Oh, look how that turned out, guys. Oh my good. Stamp, did it good. Look at that. That turned out great. So I'm loving that. I'm gonna have to get some more of this archival ink. Because I bet you if I did that with this pure palette, or if I did it with one of these Temu ones that don't even have a name on them, it wouldn't come out as well. That's what I'm guessing. All right, let's move on. I'll be doing that. I'll be stamping the whole house. Hi, Judith. Hi, Cindy. Thanks for coming in and spending some Saturday with me. I appreciate it, you guys. And I'm so excited that we've managed to keep our 500 followers now for 3 days. Yoo-hoo! We got to keep it for 30 before we can have fun. And I will take these. Now, tell me the truth if you guys really know, like Jimmy Lou. Can I take these to my sink and really wash them good? Let me know. I don't want to ruin them. So I will put them back where he belongs there, but I will take this to the sink if I have to. And I do have, look, we have like a tractor, and we have all kinds of cute stuff. So I'm going to leave that page alone. Where were we? Like I said, I'm stamping up everything, huh? Okay, so we're right here. So we have this page to do on the back of it. And I just love these characters. They're so cute, these cows. So let's see what we can put here. Everything on my desk. Got too much on my desk. I need a bigger desk. So let's find out what we got. I kept some of the papers from making the, cutting out the feed bags, so I can use those for belly bands. And I have some of these really cute belly bands or stuff that I got from the Crafty Brother, which I really like him. That would be that'd be cute as a little belly band right there. I got to learn to get over the white of these pages, though. I really must get over that. But not today. I'm going to go ahead and just press it up again. There is a stamp cleaner. Oh, is there? Okay. I will have to go look that up. Thank you. Thank you for being honest and telling me. I don't want to ruin my stamps, because I have been I have been collecting stamps. Just a few. But I'm going to learn how to use them, and I already made this book too big, so now I've got to go get another book. And I've been collecting stamps, so I'm done collecting stamps. I have enough of them now, but now I got to use them. But I got to make a bigger book because I ran out of room in that one. And then I picked up the little papers that I have them slid down from like the Dollar Tree, and they're very flimsy and they don't hold it very well. So I got to get a better system for it. And then I got die cuts. We could put some die cuts in here too. Okay, so we were going to put this little guy here and make a little belly band. And then I do have a whole bunch of lace over here. I can put some lace on it, you know, and stuff. It's hours and hours and hours of fun if you want it to be. Or you can be, you know, quick and fast and just get it done. It's just really spending time making something that you're proud of, and you might want somebody else to have, you know, and that's what I like. Hi, Jamie. What you up to today? I've been a busy girl. I don't understand how a house, there's only two of us that live in this house, my husband and myself. How does it manage to get dirty? I don't know. And but I will say we do live on a red dirt ranch, and it blows, the wind blows. So we have this cute page here. I'm going to kind of leave it alone. I might add something cute along the side, but for right now I'm just going to leave that. And then this was part of that magazine, remember, that I was debating whether or not to use in here or not. I did leave the guy's name, but you can't even see his face. You can see his horse, so I think we'll be okay. But we have this page now to work on. So I'm going to go back to these really cute stencils that I picked up. And I've had these for a while, to be truthful with you. And I like this one that says farm on it. It says Farm Life. It's really cute. It has that cow. So I think we're going to stencil this on here. And it doesn't quite fit all the way. His little ear is going to kind of come off, but I just want to make sure I really get that farm. And I'm going to take this plastic and put under this page so it doesn't get onto the page next to it. Let's see, what color do we want to use for this one? I gotta get something that's lighter than. See, it's almost the same color as the bag. So, hi Barb, thank you for coming on and watching today. We can make it, let's see what smoky would look like. That might work. We have cows this color. So let me grab one that I've used blues with and stuff. And I want to label these, but I don't know where our label maker is. So I'm just loading it up, trying to get it. I know that someone said if you pop it, you don't really get anything. So if you scrub, I think Jimmy Lou's the one that was showing this, that if you scrub, it goes deeper into the bristles, so you get a better load. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna pick it up and see if we can even see it. We can see it, it's gray. I don't want to pick it up too far because I don't want it to, I don't want to lose my wording. And I might go back in with my watercolors and do some watercoloring on this book. It might be fun to do. And since I have it stenciled out, I'll be able to just watercolor right over this page. Just trying to keep it from moving. Now this kind of stencils I've done before. I was doing t-shirts and stuff like that, so I have done these before, but it's the other stamps that I have not done. So now we got our cow. He's very hard to see. He really is. So I think I will come back and do a watercolor over him. I'll hold him up, but that gray on that is really hard to see what he is. So I'm not really happy with that. But I know what we can do. We can scritchy scratch. We can take a black pen and we can just outline and go over where the stencil was. And that will help bring out the design. So I like that. And it will help your eyes find that gray. I like that. I like that. I like it. And actually, if I wanted to, I could put this back on, kind of line it up, and use it more as my little template and go around just so I get all of the little spots that I can't even really see. And if I can't see it, nobody can see it on screen, right? All I'm trying to do is to keep my lines from, you know, wasting it on my stencil. But it will wipe out. And you don't have to have your lines straight, because that's kind of, you know, if you've done watercoloring and you've, you know, colored over it with your pencil, your pen lines and stuff like that. It's gonna look super cute. I promise. I promise. And if I was, you know, doing this off camera, I could take my time and do it a little bit slower. Put his little hoofies in there. And you could do this with like watercolor pencils and then just take your brush to it. And that would be really neat to do too. I mean, really, just let your mind go crazy over it. Oh, almost took it off and I didn't do his nose. Has anybody ever been licked by a cow? I know that's a crazy question to ask, but you know, we do live on a ranch. They have the weirdest tongues. I'm telling you, they have tongues that are like, I don't know. I've never really measured all the way down, but I'm sure their tongues are like 12 inches long. So, and they're kind of, I guess their taste buds, you know, they're thick. So that it's weird. They're not wet, you know, kind of like, but it's definitely different to be kissed by a cow. That, I like that so much better because you can actually see it now. So what do you guys think? You like it better with that? Hi, Janet. Thank you for coming on. So I do like the gray, and I love how the black now, it makes it pop a little better. It's like, yes, it is like sandpaper. Yeah, it is. Just definitely like sandpaper licking you. And they kind of twirl their tongue because that's how they pick up, you know, grasses and stuff like that. But it's weird because we like give them treats once in a while. Not very often, but especially the bulls, because we want them to be friendly. So it's not like we give them anything special. We'll give them a carrot or, you know, something like that. But once in a while we'll give them something because we want our bulls to not attack us when we go in the stall. So our bulls that we have, I'm not saying that you should go in, never trust an Angus or a cow. Please don't trust them. But they you can pet them sometimes, you know. You're gonna leave it to me? Okay. Thanks, Roberta. But I have done some stuff, I'm telling you. And I think I've told you guys before that I take my judgment on how I can do something by something that I've had to do that was like the worst thing you've ever had to do. And when I was in medical school, I was in a class. I'm trying to think of it, what kind. I think it was an anatomy class. And the teacher made us reach our hands. Now, if you guys have just had, no. We had to reach our hands into a bucket of eyeballs and pull out an eyeball so we could dissect the eyeball. And I have used that as my limit of what I can do. So I figure if life, like if I have to reach down and take something off my horse or whatever, or if I have to get something off the dogs, or I have to, you know, take care of the cow or a chicken or whatever, I use that sticking my hand in that bucket of eyeballs as my, if it's easier than sticking my hand in the eyeballs, I can do it. If it's harder, I thought I have to stop and think, okay, do I want this chore to be the one that, you know, breaks the camel's back, or, you know, gotta deal with it. I'm like, once you stick your hand in a bucket of eyeballs, you can pretty much do anything, is what I'm trying to say. Yep, that's what I use. That's what I use my line is, can I stick my hand in a bucket of eyeballs? So before you go to medical school, just realize it. Ooh, them teachers make you do some crazy things. So now we have this page that we did this guy on, and we have this one we need to decorate. Gosh, it's been an hour, and I haven't even gotten near this book done. I do like to keep my my crazy lives only down to an hour. Let's do this because I really wanted to put something really cute on this page. And then I'm gonna let you guys all sign off. Well, I think I actually used what I wanted to put on this page. So I think I am going to stop here. I will work on this some more, and I will I'll take some videos and put it on Facebook and let you guys see how far I get and stuff. You wish you had your own craft room. Well, my craft room is actually my guest bedroom. And I have a saddle in here, so it's like, I wish I had a craft room too. But I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go clean my stencils and all that good stuff, and then I will post pictures on. We'll be back on live on Monday at 2 o'clock Central Time, and we'll do the Princess Journal for my aunt. She's going to give it to her granddaughter. So I thank you guys for all jumping on. I hope you guys have an amazing Mother's Day. And if you don't have children, you probably are a mother to a cat or a dog or your husband. So anyways, have a great Mother's Day. Yeah, your dad was a butcher, so he knows. If you can butcher stuff, you can do anything, you know. So butchers, we all love to eat, so butchers are good people to have. But anyways, everybody have an amazing Sunday. Have a great Mother's Day, and thank you for spending some time with me on Saturday. Thank you for crafting with Nani. I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye-bye. Have a good day.